Hi Aquarius, welcome to your general reading, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. By watchers, cross watchers, all are welcome. All watchers do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate 100% for you. Time and energies are fluid. Don't focus so much on the genders illustrated on the cards, or even if I slip up and say he or she, I do apologize. It's more about the characteristics and the energies, all right? That being said, let's go ahead and see what's going on with our Aquarius collective. All right, Aqua. Overall, it's a really great reading. I know we see the Seven of Swords here in the center of the read, and that does spook us out a little bit, but that's surrounded by a lot of great energies, so it's not necessarily as bad as some might think. So we obviously start off with the Two of Cups here, which is beautiful. I love, personally, the Two of Cups more than I love the Lover's card. Because the Lover's card indicates like a decision, a sacrifice, something along those lines. Yes, it's about the lovers, but I feel like Two of Cups is more about balance and equal give and take, and just like mutual respect and admiration is what I see with the Two of Cups. There's the Hanged Man. I feel like there's something, either you or the person you're dealing with, or perhaps both, you guys, someone's stepping back to really reevaluate this. And Aquarius, I'm an Aquarius sun as well. We're very like in our heads, and sometimes if something seems too good to be true, we tend to question it, depending on your past experiences. That's not everybody. Some people who've been burnt too many times before want to believe that this is unbelievable, right? And don't do that to yourself, because remember, manifestation and the law of attraction, you will attract the energies and the thoughts that you put out there. So don't do that to yourself. Don't limit yourself. If this feels like it's too good to be true, tell yourself that there's no such thing. And that's been like my mantra this whole week. There's no such thing as too good to be true. It's just some people have created this misconception of that. So, but do you take the time that you're taking with this hangman to step away and be comfortable with this mentally, because I know we have to be comfortable with this mentally before we open up emotionally. So you do your process. You might be engaging here with either the hangman does represent Pisces, so maybe a Pisces, but we do have the King of Pentacles. That could be a Taurus specifically, or a Capricorn and a Virgo. That's the earth signs, okay? But this energy here is very stable, very reliable, and this person is here for the long term, okay? This King of Pentacles is an energy who thinks about their present and their future, and they make their moves based on what will benefit them in the long run. They're not here for short-term goals or things like that. So this is a very sturdy and dependable energy here. And that's why I kind of feel like a lot of you might be questioning this, like, why does this feel so good? Or why is this so normal? Like, why is this, stop doing that. Like, trust in it, trust in yourself, trust in the universe. A lot of you have been waiting for this. So now that the universe has brought it to you kind of in a silver platter, don't run away from it or create monsters that are not there. We do have a Judgment card here, okay? The Judgment card, there is a decision I think that you're going to come to or make, or if that's part of your stepping away process to decide whether you trust this or not, or whether you can be vulnerable to this or not, because I think that's a lot of the issues too, of being afraid to be vulnerable. A lot of times we think that we're strong because we don't let people in, but that's wrong. It takes more strength to allow people in and be okay with the outcomes, whether it was planned or unplanned, or what we would have liked or not liked. It's more strong to be able to allow ourselves to accept and receive the love or attention or whatever it is, the good. Sometimes it's stronger to allow ourselves to be vulnerable, to accept the good. So you have to make the call. The decision is always yours. With every energy that's involved, each person have to make their own decision. And I think maybe even the King of Pentacles Pentacles energy that you're dealing with, even if it's not an earth sign, whoever it is, maybe they have a lot of earth in their chart. They just have a sense of solidity, like they feel solid, right? So maybe they also need to, they're also possibly deciding, if you feel like that person seems a little detached or distant. I know for Aquarius, that's saying a lot, but earth signs also take their time as well, okay? They're also cerebral as well. So it may come to you as a surprise if you're used to people always kind of being around and explaining their thoughts. That this person kind of thinks like you, a lot like you. This person kind of weighs things for themselves before they move forward with the decision. So it could be both parties are kind of stepping away and really making sure that this is what they want. It could be one person, I don't know, you know best. But don't freak out if you're on the end where you're wondering where this person is or why they're a little bit quiet. I don't think it's a reason to freak out. I think you should understand that everyone has their process and give them that time. Definitely check in, peek your head in and be like, hey, what's up? Hope you're well. But also don't freak yourself out if they're not in constant communication with you. We do know Virgos and Taurus and Capricorns are very hard workers, so it could also be as simple as that they're busy with whatever endeavor or venture they're on right now. The Seven of Swords, as I mentioned in the beginning of the reading, is the only thing that kind of worries me a little bit, but to me, more so, it's kind of an indicator of don't try to sneak away from this. You or the person that you're dealing with, cross watchers, if you're watching and you're wondering what to do about this, I think someone or whatever, handle it head on. Don't try to sneak away with uncertainties. Talk about it. I think that's the message. I think that's why it's at the center of the read, is kind of like a message from the universe to tell you, if you have concerns, vocalize them. It's perfectly all right. How will you know what the person wants or thinks if you don't say, hey, I was just wondering what your thoughts are. I'm just wondering where we stand. Ask them that. Don't just shy away or sneak away assuming that they're not interested or assuming that they don't feel the same things that you feel for them. Don't make that assumption for that person, that judgment for that person, and slowly, slightly just disappear from the scene. Don't allow that. I think that's the message with the Seven of Swords. Don't sneak away from that. Why? Because this is a Four of Wands situation. Two of Cups, Four of Wands. What more can you, really, really, I think in your heart of hearts, if you allow yourself to get into that really tender side, that this is solid and you do want something long-term out of this. I think that, and I think this person that you're dealing with wants that as well. So do each other a favor and communicate openly, and don't be afraid to be vulnerable, and let them know you have feelings for them and that you want to see this through or see where this goes. We have the Knight of Wands, so I do feel like this person encompasses a deep desire and passion for you as well, and you for this person. It could be you're attracting multiple energies, or it could be one person who embodies both. This person or you could have earth and fire in your chart as well. So there's definitely a lot of stability as well as the passion. So it's like the best of both worlds. You get the fun, the spice, the heat with the Knight of Wands. You're definitely super attracted to this person and this person to you, that chemistry and that the butterflies and all those feelings are definitely there. But there's also that safety and security of that balance that earth brings to us, that makes you feel like, wow, this is not just all temporary or fast or fun. This is also something that's serious and long-term as well. With the Knight of Pentacles, that's just a reminder that this is definitely moving really slow, and that's probably freaking one or both parties out here of how slow this is moving. And that's because we're working with air and earth. The characteristics, even if you're not dealing with the earth energy, they do embody a lot of those characteristics where they like to also think before they make a decision, or they make a long-term decision. So it is a slow-moving energy with the Knight of Pentacles. Like I said, with the Seven of Swords, don't try to sneak away from this because you're too afraid to talk about your feelings with this person. You have to be able to be strong enough to go to this person and express that, hey, I really like you. I just want to know where we stand, or where do you see this going? And you'd be surprised to hear their answer. Maybe because they seem so like with the with the Knight of Wands energy, this person is like also like they go like I feel like when it started off, they started off really fast, and you were just shocked at like, whoa, this guy, like this person, girl, guy, seems like they know exactly what they want, and they came straight for you, and they were like all about it. Because I think with the fire elements in the charts, there's a level of confidence that people move with in the very beginning, but then the earth kind of levels them down, and then they start, when they're really serious about something, they take it more slow with the Knight of Pentacles here. So that might be throwing you off a little bit too, like whereas in the beginning it was just like very much very fast and very expressive. Now it's slowed down, and now you're wondering like why is there's this change in pace and what's going on. And if that's what you're wondering, go ahead and ask them those questions. With the Two of Swords, again, the Two of Swords and the Judgment, there's some information that you feel like you still want to know. With the moon here in the background and the water, there's some things that you still want to know. It's still a sword, a suit, so you have to know before you can invest more emotionally, I feel like. And you feel like you're kind of in the dark because you're just afraid. I feel like a part of you is afraid to just up and ask them, like, what do you feel? What do you want? And it's don't be afraid to do that. Ask them. And if they're not feeling it, if they feel like, why are you asking these questions? I can't like answer these. Like, if that's the response you get, then you have to decide for yourself. Do you want to be with this person, or how do you, whatever it is, but you're going to make a decision once you feel like you have the answers, and hopefully when you go to this person and communicate, they will give the answers that you were looking for, and then you guys will both make a judgment here. But I do feel like overall there's really great potential here. I really do think that. So don't miss out on this out of fear of vulnerability, okay? And cross watchers, this goes for you as well. If you're watching for your Aquarius love interest, they're wondering where you want this to go, and I kind of feel like they'll be open to whatever it is, but the communication part is what's really killing them. They really need to know. With the air signs, like they're gonna be all right with whatever you say you want out of this 9 times out of 10. And if they're not all right with it, they'll tell you. They'll be like, well, look, that's not what I'm looking for. Thanks for your time. Let's just go ahead and part ways, okay? So just let them know where you stand, what you want, and don't be afraid from either party to communicate that. And don't be afraid, like if it's not what you want, that's okay. Move on with your lives. But I don't think that's the case. I think you guys both want something more long-term out of this. You're just afraid to express it to each other. I find let's draw from this deck later. I find the Rebel Oracle really hilarious and lighthearted. Some people might find it offensive because there's swear words in there, and it's kind of like a no-nonsense approach. But I hope you won't mind it too much. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And I feel like that's what's going on. I think you guys, when you guys came together, it was just like super exciting and fun. And now like you guys are thinking about more serious things. So don't forget that playfulness that united you in the first place, right? The flirting, the joking, the playing. So don't forget that element of fun. And remember to be playful, whichever way this goes, whatever discussions it is that you feel you need to hold, keep it playful and lighthearted. And remember, like, it's okay. Whatever the outcome you guys decide on, respect that for each other. The outcome looks great to me. Don't be scared, be playful, and approach this person. Let's get another one. Healing family issues, and that's what it might be. Maybe Aquarius, you or maybe this person have to step back to heal something, and realize like not to bring kind of old scars into this, or just enough. They have to trust themselves enough to go through with this, okay? And I feel like with the Hangman here, they're gonna be enlightened, and they're gonna be able to realize like, look, whatever it is that I had to heal or have to heal has nothing to do with this amazing person that I just met and I feel so strongly about. And they're going to come to an enlightenment and understanding with the Hanged Man that yes, I'm going to go for this. I'm going to be strong. I'm going to be vulnerable, and I'm going to see this through. I'm not going to let my fears overcome this thing, and then I'm and run away from this. The Seven of the Swords is like the runaway, the runner for me. One more. You deserve love. Absolutely. So you and or your person continue to be playful, continue to understand each other's shadows and scars, and continue to remember that you do, whatever it is you went through in the past, you do deserve to be loved. Don't scare yourself away from a good thing. That's like the repeating message here, especially with the Seven of Swords in the center. Don't scare yourself away from a good thing. All right, back to the Rebel deck. It says you need a good effing cry. Get that ugly cry on. Let that ish go. Your soul will thank you. And it's so funny because when I met someone who was very stable and nothing like what I've experienced prior for a while, I did cry. I was like, why is this person so good? Do I deserve this? Oh my gosh, what's happening? Is this real? All that self-doubt and all the things that when a good thing comes to you when you're not used to it, you like doubt and you're like, what is this? So if that's what you're going through, let it out. Just don't let this person go, okay? I mean, like, I can't keep repeating. I can, and I should, and I will keep repeating. We have the Four of Wands and the Two of Cups, okay? Don't let go of your shadows or your scars, but don't let go of this person, okay? Do the healing that you need to do. I'm saying that like it's so easy. I know it's not easy. I know that of all people, it's not easy, but don't let this person go. Let go of those fears. That's what you need to let go. Let's do another one. You equals tight ass. Says, loosen the F up. Control freaks don't get laid. That's a message. That's a little bit of wisdom that my friend gave me. Is like, don't try to make the decision for the person that you're not good enough or you're not ready. Let that person decide. Be who you are. Be vulnerable. Be your authentic self, and let the other person judge or decide what they want to do with that. If they're like, okay, peace, I can't do this, bye, fine, you're better off without it. But if they end up being like, I understand and I'm okay and I'm here and I still want to do this, then let that be their decision. Don't loosen up. Don't be a control freak, and don't try to make people's decisions for you. A lot of times we're our own worst critics, and we feel like we're way too much of this or too little of that, whereas other people see us as perfectly fine and what they're looking for. So let that be their own decision of whether or not they want to engage you. Don't tell yourself, oh, I'm too much of this or that for you. Just don't bother with me. Don't do that. Okay, what the hell are you waiting for? Get that shit done. If you are waiting for a sign, well, here it fucking is. There you go. I think I'm gonna end it there. I mean, it can't be any better than this. Honestly, like here it is. This is all the signs. Just talk to the person. Come on. I mean, we're air signs and we're supposed to be great communicators, but when it comes to our feelings, we freak the crap out. So stop freaking yourself out, okay? Here's the sign to just talk to your person. Talk to them. Don't lose out on this beautiful, harmonious union. And that's the message we have for you, Aquarius. I love you. If any part of this resonates or helps, I would greatly appreciate if you would like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, sending you lots of love, light, and beautiful vibrations. Bye for now.